Hi travelers, Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot, and I'm coming to you today with the general reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for August 2016. A few quick announcements before I lay the spread. I have permanently lowered the prices by $20 of my phone readings. This does not include the video reading. Let's see. Please try to subscribe to the website because that's where I make announcements first about anything that I'm doing in terms of specials or prices or anything of that nature. So try to get over and subscribe. I send out a newsletter probably once a month if I'm doing something. I do have a blog there that speaks to the planetary transits. Those of you who have been waiting on me to return from my vacay for the phone readings, I really want to thank you for your patience. I had a great time. It was a great 4 days for me to decompress and to kind of renew and restore. So thank you so much. Those of you who are waiting on your Akashic Records readings, you'll be hearing from me again starting tomorrow. Those of you who have been giving me updates since you've had your Akashic Records readings, I want to thank you so much. I love hearing that information. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, yeah. So if you want to book a phone reading, you can go up to the little I in the right-hand corner of the video. That will take you directly to the website. My website address is also in the About section of the channel and is also underneath the description box in each video. I have a new deck that I'm bringing you today. It is the Prisma Vision Tarot by James Eade, a lovely, lovely deck. I'm so pleased that I purchased it. I've been slobbering over it for a whole year. Finally decided to get it. I was a little afraid that it wouldn't speak to me when I got it, but as soon as it arrived and I opened the box, it just started talking. So this is a great, great deck. I'm excited to use it. So again, this is a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for August 2016. I do have the Sabilas here for a little bit of clarification. I had already pre-shuffled the cards, and this is the card that fell out, the Page of Wands. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a guy right there. There's a figure outlined of a guy being carried away by this streak of fire. Okay, we're going to see how that plays out. This is, if this doesn't resonate with you, and the messages will not resonate with everyone, please check back to your moon and rising sign as they are posted. I'm going to try to get as many videos as I can posted today. We are still under the Pluto-Neptune retrograde. Uranus goes retrograde on the 29th. And I've been telling you guys that Mercury was going to go retrograde in August, but it's actually at the end of this week. I don't know if it's the 28th or the 20th. This is crazy. So as we know, with Mercury retrograde, old lovers and old situations tend to crop up again. And so the regular retrograde rules apply with all of the retrogrades. We have Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, and Mercury. Rework, revise, redo. Uranus comes in. He's the great liberator. So he brings about a bunch of changes. And there might be sudden, unexpected events coming. But then you've got that Mercury retrograde where you may not be able to, you're not perhaps able to get all of the information that you need, or something's not forthcoming. So try to be aware of that energy and try not to allow it to freak you out too much, okay? We're going to go ahead. We're doing a 7-card spread. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, August 2016. 2 of Wands. The World card. 5 of Pentacles. The Devil. Page of Chalices. These are not cups. These are chalices in this deck. Knight of Wands. And the 8 of Chalices. Now, for the air sign, I just did the Gemini reading, and they had, out of 7 cards, plus what was under the deck, they had 6 Swords cards, okay? Now, here I have the 2 of Chalices under the deck. And automatically, I know I'm going to have to pull some Sabilas on this, because right in the center, I have the Devil. Now, The imagery of the devil on this card is, to me, a very, very apt and stunning kind of imagery. It is a forest. The ground is covered with leaves, and the coloration of it is lots of reds and golds. So in a sense, it's kind of like it's on fire, but at the same time, it's a lot of passion underneath this. But as we know, the devil can represent either karmic situations, okay? It can represent someone from your past. It can represent being chained or feeling trapped. Um, this is a very beautifully illustrated card. However, it's, in a sense, has a little bit of foreboding in terms of the coloration of it. But then, too, the devil can represent things happening on the material plane, okay? It is ruled by Saturn. So again, remember that Saturn is the father of time. He doesn't come in to tell you no. He tells you not yet. You got some more work to do. So what I see here, this is the past working towards the future. The Two of Wands. For many of you Librans, you have taken or decided or have made a decision to strike out and do something new. Okay? However this man or means for you. As you can see, the person is standing on the bank, one wand on the back and another one in the hand, and they're about to or contemplating crossing or fjording this stream here. So this also tells me that there's a lot of emotions going on. As we can see, the moon is out, and we also know that, oh yeah, we're coming into the time of the new moon. So the moon speaks to emotions, and also you don't have a lot of clarity. With the new moon, that means that the moon is going to go dark, so there may be some things that you can't see yet. But yet, the World card is next, and the World card comes to tell you that if you have gone ahead and you've made this decision to start a new project, okay, know that whatever you have left behind, okay, it was time for you to leave it behind. Even though you may feel like this, the Five of Pentacles, as you can see, that person is lying. There's such a glare. That person is lying down on the ground, but I don't know if you can tell that there is like light sparklies, like dust, fairy dust that's falling on the person lying next to this brick wall coming from that window, okay? So you may feel as though there really is a loss, that you've lost something, and you're kind of stuck in that space of damned if I do, damned if I don't. What do I do? You know, I really... if this is a relationship situation, I really, care about this person. I really love this person. I really wanted this to work between the two of us. Okay. If this is just a regular situation, maybe you've decided to move, or maybe I don't see a move in this. Okay. But this lets me know that you're doing something and you're going someplace, whether it's, in actuality or whether it's mentally. And then now the Page of Chalices comes in, and right out of this devil. So I'm going to say that perhaps for some of you, you will be hearing, if this is a person, you're going to be hearing from them again during this Mercury retrograde. And perhaps they're going to come back, and it's going to appear in a sense that maybe you're going to be given a second chance, okay? There are going to be new, fresh emotions here coming in. And this is going to happen, I think, with the energy of Uranus, even though this does not represent the Knight of Wands, represent Uranus. It represents something coming in quite quickly and suddenly. Again, with the Uranus energy, this could be unexpectedly hearing from somebody, maybe even seeing somebody, meeting them face to face. But then I have this Eight of Chalices here. And the imagery that the feeling that I'm getting from the card is that there's going to be a lot of passion and energy surrounding this. But there's also a hand that's kind of coming out of these with the chain to the ground. And I'm not exactly sure. The sense that I'm getting is that either you're going to feel as though you're rooted in place and you can't move, okay? And all of this energy is going to be swirling around you. Or it could be that somebody's throwing out a hook to try to snag you back. Okay? We're going to read on that. Nevertheless, the overall energy that I have is the Two of Chalices. Now, it's not like the Lovers. We know this. It's not a choice. So the question I would suppose then becomes, what do you do? What do you do? The page says that you can be caught up suddenly, and you may not be able to think clearly, because sometimes this energy will come in and it will come in at such a pace, it will ignite so many passions, emotions, thoughts, feelings. It will even perhaps kind of shake you spiritually, shake some things up for you. But the warning is to be careful, because you can literally be carried away by this, okay? You can be burned. But yet we also know that fire is the great purifier, okay? So this Two of Chalices is quite, to me, it kind of reads like there's two wands here. So perhaps, two pages. So perhaps some of you may have a choice. Well, even though this is not a choice, to me, this is a choice between what your emotions are telling you, okay, and what your ambition and your will and your desires are. So this is literally, this could be a sexual relationship that has come back around, and it is going to ignite a lot of things where previously, before, maybe you have tried to move away from it, and you did move away and you did feel the loss, but now it's going to come back around again. So what does the two say to me? These two people are sitting in their emotions. They're drinking, they're celebrating, that it's very intimate. You can see the two trees entwined in the background. They're looking at each other face to face. So if this is for you, if it becomes down to a choice of, what do I do? Do I move forward with this person? Because the opportunity is here to create a partnership, okay? And as we know, this is a partnership that is equal on all levels. But then we have to go back and ask, then why did we decide to walk away from it? So maybe these are questions that are going to be coming up around, because I do see some loss here, this Eight of Chalices. But there's still a lot of passionate, deep emotions, as if to say that it's not over yet. But there's a lot of fire here. A lot of fire. There's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 wands cards. There's a lot of fire here. So maybe some of you are dealing with a fire sign person. A lot of fire. Even the devil represents fire, I believe. Okay, so let's take a look at what the devil's trying to tell us here. Desperate jealousy. Costanza, constance and faith. Vecchia Signora. On the devil card. Well, this could be something that occurred, this loss, that did occur out of jealousy, okay? Maybe you did something, or the other person did something out of jealousy. That jealousy has been constant, but it has created a change, okay? And yet, even though it's created this change, you're still unable to move away from it. The devil represents being stuck, remember? Now, I would take it to mean that if perhaps what should be happening is accepting the change and freeing up a space for some new emotions to come in. This could literally mean that either the person is going to come back. What do you do? Is it going to be the same emotional pull or tug? It reads that way. Or are you going to accept it thereby bringing the Two of Chalices to yourself, balancing the yin and the yang, and recognizing that the true partnership you should be having at this particular point in time should be one with yourself, doing what is best for you. Okay? I want to look at what the, because this page flew out first before I even laid the cards, I want to take a look at that. Now, we just had a card fly out, so I'm going to look at that. The conversation, okay? Page of Wands. So obviously there was some conversation or meeting or face-to-face interaction here. Very passionate that occurred. Page, okay? Some news coming. However news that means, whatever that means. Maybe you found out something and you wanted to talk about it. Let's see. How this played out, perhaps. Domestico. Well, you didn't get the news that you were expecting. Okay. Viaggio. Now, if this is not speaking of a trip that you took or one that is forthcoming, then the Viaggio can also speak to, let me take a look at this. That's just how it's reading, as if to say that there were some conversations had, perhaps you didn't get the news you were expecting about. Maybe you met someone, or the two of you, again, here we have the conversazione. And in a sense, it kind of reads like it came together, but it didn't turn out the way you expected it to. Sorry, you can't see those. Okay? That you actually met. The desire was to meet, but it didn't go, or you didn't get the information, or it didn't turn out the way that you thought it was. If you received some news, maybe the news prompted you to act and you went over, but when you got there, there was something about it that didn't sit right with you. Let's see what the Eight of Chalices. I want to look at both the Knight and the 8 together to see what these are talking about, because it's like suddenly the arrival showing up out of the blue. Now this hasn't happened. It could, be coming up because we got that Uranus energy, and then still something not being right. The 8, it's like the 8 of Cups has come out. Okay. And it's kind of odd that it ends with the 2 of Chalices. So we're going to take a look at that and see what that tells us. The 2 cards together, limineo, in the past, a relationship, and the spiritual nature of the interaction or the relationship with the person. Dileranti, stupid actions and stupid behavior. Dispiacere, that's why we have. So it speaks to a bond in the past, perhaps some calamitous event happening, something that was stupid that either the person on the other part did or that you did, and now it has left you in the space of the dispiacere, the tears. This is why we have the 8 of Chalices here. Now, so what do we get out of the 2 of Chalices? This just popped out. The Belvedere. Great foresight, great planning. Oh, damn. Sospiri, the sighing, the longing, the waiting. Well, Libras, look like y'all been busy or will be busy come the month of August. One more card. Donna de Servizio. Now, the cards are saying in a sense, you had your eye out on something. You had plans, something that you'd been waiting on for a very, very long time. But as we can see, it didn't occur the way that you hoped that it would. The Dona de Servicio says that this is, in a sense, something very positive for you. You may not be able to see it right now. I don't know if this means that there will be somebody new on your horizon coming, or if this means that it's positive because you really need to take the time out to rectify the two halves of yourself, to make yourself whole again. And I can't tell you that perhaps the person won't come back and you can have a second chance. I mean, anything is possible. So that's what I have for you, Libras. And I do hope those messages helped. And until next time, namaste.